said I wanted to talk about the competition. I am looking Billy Merritt Marketing, which owns DigiNinja, right, and owns this call center, owns some real estate. We're looking at acquiring a couple of different companies because we like to grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's the way we look at it. So when I was talking, as a matter of fact, I have a call with a VC. You know what a VC is?
I don't know.
It's a venture capitalist. So let me tell you what a VC is. If anybody, man, I really wish that California love. I really wish that I wish if Russ Story would happen to be watching right now. I'd like to get his comment on this. But those of you, I'm sure Carson knows. Terry, you can tell us about it. Sarah, you'll have a great explanation for this. 100 words or less, please, Sarah. Explain to people out there in a technical form what a venture capitalist is. Now, I'm going to give you my best shot at explaining what it is, and I think I'll be on a scale from 1 to 10. I think they'll give me a 9 on how I answer this. A venture capitalist is someone who has a lot of cash, or it could be a group of people with a board of directors that make investments for the best ROI they can get. And they look for opportunities and companies to fund that's going to give them the maximum ROI. They make a living out of investing their money. Okay. There's also a form of VCs, venture capitalists, that are called angel investors. Okay. Where they'll go in and someone has a great idea. They will invest their money. They're the angel investor. Hey, they came to save the day. Right. So these VCs, a lot of them are out in California. And I actually have a call at, as soon as I think it's 2:15 our time. I think it's 2:15 our time. They got to message me back. But with some venture capitalists who are looking at making some investments, they have some smaller companies out there that are not at $10 million revenue that they're going to try to make offers. And basically they want to be the middleman to give us a couple more companies to acquire, and they make money off that as well. But now their big play is they want to come in and, buy the big company, but DigiNinja is not for sale. At least he better be a very wealthy
investor,
VC. So my point of this conversation, if I can remember correctly, is the venture capitalist. Looking at the competition.
Yes, sir.
So he said, what's your competition doing? And I said, well, it's kind of weird. We don't have that much competition because we're very niche,
right?
Specialists. We are specialists, but we have copycats who have copied us. So that's basically our competition. So I had to point out a few of those people. But there was this one company that I looked at, and they actually had a couple pretty good things going on. So my point of this is, Felipe, you need to know what your competition's doing. Now, I say, in the last 12 months, I've only probably really studied the competition about one time. But after talking to the VCs, this is new evidence. This is new information, good information that I've received today. You need to look at your competition at least once per quarter.
See what developments they've come with.
They may have come up with something. Blind squirrel theory, right?
Right.
Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. Isn't that what it says?
Yes, sir.
So you got to protect your nuts, and you have to be looking out and seeing what the competition is doing. They may have something out there that's a little different. They may be copying you very well in some area, and you need to know about it so you can stay ahead of them. Right. Can't spend a lot of time on it. Everybody's seen the meme of the racers. One racer's looking at the competition while the winning racers looking at the finish line. I understand you have to keep your eye on the prize, but don't just lay around and think that it doesn't matter what your competition is doing.
I agree with that 100%. Always, definitely don't spend too much time on it, but just check in every so often, see what you can take from them, see what they're doing to copy you, and ways to improve our game as well.
Yeah. So, if somebody's really in the space as a competition, I want to crush them or acquire them, one or the other. I don't, competition is not good for the company. Competition is, good for the, maybe possibly good for the consumer.
For Facebook.
It might be good for Facebook there, but you want to dominate the competition, not compete with them.